Okay, as promised, we're going to do a few more complicated shapes. Now, a triangle really isn't that complicated because it has less sides to it. As you recall, we kind of take the edges and converge them to the vanishing point, okay? So, remember my rule, closest ones first. So I'm going to do that. Again, I'm working dark. You should work light. Now here, I'm going to go kind of through this. Make it a habit of going all the way through to the horizon line until you're kind of used to it. Technically, if I wanted this to go past this, I would wind up erasing whatever goes through here, right? But it's a good habit to get into because say I'm going to make this darker now on this side. Maybe I want to go almost really as far close to the vanishing point. Remember, your cutoffs are always parallel to the original edge. Oh, by the way, don't need that line going through here. It's going through the shape. I don't need it. Now, you may want to use that when you have more complicated shapes, and we'll talk about that. But for this, in this case, it's really simple. Line it up and go as far as you want. So maybe I'll do this. Again, parallel to your original edge. Then you erase your kind of extra converging lines that go beyond. So now we have kind of some overlapping going on. Okay, we've got that triangle, triangular prism going back into space. An L. This is where it's going to get trickier, I'm not going to lie. Always start with my close ones first. When it's close and not going through my shape, I know those are the easy ones. Okay, so I'm kind of doing these three edges first. Let me get a little bit of wiggle room there. Always be aware, every ruler kind of works differently. Mine has this little metal edge and sometimes it adds a little extra. Now, here's our thing. This one I definitely see. Going all the way back there. I won't know where the cutoff is unless I do this one here. So even though technically we're not going to see this, it's going to help guide me in creating my cutoffs. So I'm going to draw that. And what I'm going to do, I was going to do it in a different color. I don't think, I'll just do it lightly. So I'll do it light. Or maybe not that light. It actually goes right through there. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my cutoff. I'm going to start my cutoff on this one. I think it'll make it more easy for myself. So if I always cut off parallel. So I'm going to cut here, line it up. And remember, you want it to hit the next kind of part. So I'm almost like following the L. So this corner, I'm going to this corner. So I'm going to want to hit this converging line. So parallel, right here. That's where it converges, okay? Don't need this anymore. I erase as I go, so it's not kind of as confusing. I also don't need this anymore. Okay, that surprisingly went right through there. So now my converging, I have to go up to this next one, this. So again, parallel to this edge, like that. And you're not going to see it all, and that's all right. This is just telling me where to cut it off. So I'm putting little circles. Those little circles are my guides. Don't need that circle anymore though. Ooh. Where that hit, I need to cut off again. Parallel to the original edge, slide it. Where it hits the next line, again, that's where it intersects. Now it's going down, parallel to that edge, till I hit that mark. That mark tells me to stop. and draw my cutoff. So that is more complicated, as you can see, because we're kind of dealing with lines you can't see. It's going to take a little getting used to, but definitely I want you to try and play around with that, because we're going to be doing similar things in 2-point perspective, and I want you to kind of get the hang of it in the 1-point. Now this star, let's see how this goes. I didn't do the best drawing of it. It's not the best star, but I'm going to start off with points that are close, going through that. That's fine. Every edge, every kind of corner, every change in direction of line is going to get a converging line to that vanishing point. Even this one, even though it's going to probably go right through it, pretty much. Do that light because you can hardly see it. This one is also through it. This is going to be more complicated too. And this one is going through it. I'm drawing all my lines. We might fudge it a little bit. I'll show you. I think we will definitely fudge it because I don't think we need any of those. Okay. So first things first, follow your lines. So here, your original edge, I'm going to start on the easy side, I think. This edge here. I'm going to make it darker. So this edge goes from here to here. Parallel. As far as you know, as long as short you want. Cut it off. Okay. Where it hits that intersecting line, then you look, okay, now it's going this direction. So hopefully my making it kind of bolder is helping you see this, because I know it is complicated. Line it up, parallel. Once I hit that, then again, it's going right to here. Now this is where it gets tricky because you can't even see that, right? It's going, the next line is like this, but it's literally kind of right there. So that's what makes it more complicated. So you kind of like miss out on that. It's kind of just like that. Then when that kind of hits, next one, like that. Parallel. So because this is kind of right in line with that, you don't see much going on there, if that makes sense to you, and you're not going to see anything coming from here. You will see here, luckily, this is what I was talking about fudging or doing a little trick. If you make it long enough, you don't really have to worry about where this goes. It's kind of, you understand it's being extended and don't have to worry about going all around it. So that's a little bit of a trick to get yourself, make it a little bit more easy on yourself. I wasn't erasing as I was going, guys. Oh my goodness. Did I get everything? I think so. And apologies for the shaking camera. I'm not going to erase all of that. So there you go. Play around with some more complicated shapes. It doesn't have to be the shapes I gave you. Definitely do an L or stair step type situation. Definitely do a triangle. You could even try thinking about making kind of a hole inside of a shape. Let's do that right now quickly while I have you. Because that's simple. The best kind of things that are that look complicated but aren't as complicated. Because then all I have to do is understand that lines go converge to that vanishing point. Guys, your lines are either the original shape or converging to the vanishing point. You shouldn't be making any random diagonal lines when you're doing your kind of edges, your sidelines. Sidelines. So this kind of goes all the way through. I'm not actually going to do it. And that's it. That's all I needed to do for that. Really simple. So what I want you to do is attempt to do some more complicated shapes, and good luck.